Hello friends, welcome to Bankers platform. Today we have come again with new set of questions for GIB exam and the subject is PPB. So friends, please like this video and share this video with your friends who are preparing for GIB exam and subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed. So before starting friends, as you know, most expected questions for GIB and the subject is principle and practices of banking. Please make notes of these important questions for your future reference, and these most expected questions can be asked in coming GIB exam. So let's begin. Our first question is, in which of the following circumstance the banker customer relationship does not come to an end? And our options are death of the customer, insolvency of the customer, insanity of the customer, receipt of garnishee order which has been satisfied by payment. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is D. Receipt of garnishee order which has been satisfied by payment. So friends, if the customer, there is a death of the customer, then the banker customer relationship is end. And it is same with the case of insolvency and insanity. If these conditions are there, in these three conditions, the banker customer relationship is over. But if receipt of garnishee order which has been satisfied by payment, here the garnishee order does not come to an end. So let's move to next question. Our next question is, X is maintaining a saving account with Popular Bank and wrongly credited an amount of rupees 12,500 to his account. This was entered in his passbook also. Later on, when the mistake came to bank's notice, it debited customer's account but did not inform the customer. Meanwhile, the customer issued a check on the basis of this balance, which was dishonored by the bank. So, in this situation, you have to give the correct answer. Our first option is customer can ask for damages for return of his check, although amount was recoverable from him had the check been paid. Option B, customer cannot ask for damages as bank has only rectified the mistake. It was customer's duty to check the passbook for bringing the error to bank's notice. Hence, customer cannot claim any damages. And the D option is none of the above. So let's see what is the correct answer? And the correct answer is A. Customer can ask for damages for return of his check, although amount was recoverable from him had the check been paid. So this is the correct answer. Let's move to next question. Question number 3. Second pillar in Basel II relates to, our options are minimum capital, supervisory review, market discipline, risk management. So let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is B. Supervisory review. So friends, many times questions are asked from the pillars of Basel 2 and Basel 3. So let's see some points related to that. So you can see in Basel 2, in pillar 1 is for minimum capital requirement, and pillar 2 is for supervisory review process, and pillar 3 is for disclosure and market discipline. So these are the three pillars of Basel 2. And now if you will move to Basel 3, so in Basel 3 the first pillar is enhanced minimum capital and liquidity requirement. Pillar 2 is enhanced supervisory review process for firm wide risk management and capital planning. And pillar 3 is enhanced risk disclosure and market discipline. So these are same as you will see in Basel 2 and Basel 3, but there are some additional things are added. So let's move to next question. Which among the following statement is true in connection with customer account? So let's see what are the options. First option is on receipt of information of customer's death verbally, the bank cannot stop payment in the account. B. When an account is to be closed by the bank, it is not under obligation to tell the reason to the customer. Option C. When a customer wants to close his account with the bank, he is not under obligation to disclose the reasons to the bank. Option D. Passbook is the copy of the bank records available with the customer. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is C. When a customer wants to close his account with the bank, he is not under obligation to disclose the reason to the bank. So this is the correct answer. Let's move to question number 5. RBI conducts on-site inspection and off-site supervision of Indian banks, and based on its finding, RBI rates the bank on important parameters called dash. The word A of these parameters stands for. So our options are A. CACS advances, B. Camel's asset, C. CACS asset quality, and D. Camel's asset quality. So let's see what is the correct answer. And correct answer is D. Camels. This inspection, the rating, RBI rates the bank on important parameter, and that is called camels. And the word A of this parameter is called asset quality. So friends, let's see what are the other, what is the full form of this camel. So first is C. C is for capital adequacy. A is for asset quality. M is for management quality. E for earning. L for liquidity, and S for sensitivity. So I hope so, friend, you are benefited from this. Let's move to next question. Our next question is: as per Basel II recommendation, the tier 3 is limited to dash percent of a bank's tier 1 capital that is required support market risk. So our options are 500%, 250%, 100%, 50%. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is B. 250% is the correct answer. Let's move to next question. Our next question is: Mr. K had deposited a sum of 2 lakh in his saving bank account. A letter is received from the local police that Mr. K has been arrested for committing a fraud. A check of rupees 15,000 has been received through for the account clearing for the account for payment after receipt of notice from the police. So now what the banker will do, our options are: check will be paid after having permission from the police, check will be paid after getting permission from the customer and the police, check will not be paid. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is A. Check will be paid. So why check will be paid? Because already he is having the sufficient balance. So he is arrested for a fraud. So fraud can be of any type. But if there is sufficient balance in the account, so check will be paid. So let's move to next question. Question number 8. X is issued a check of rupees 22,000 payable to B or order. The check is misplaced and found by C. C forges B signature and endorses in favor of D, who obtains payment from the bank. So now what will happen in this case? Let's see what will be the correct answer. First, A. This is payment in due course and bank will get protection under section 85(1) of NI Act. This is payment in due course and bank gets protection under section 131 of NI Act. For this payment on the basis of a forged endorsement, bank is liable. D. Bank and C are liable in equal proportion. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is A. This is payment in due course and the bank will get the protection under section 85(1) of NI Act. So let's move to next question, friends. Question number 9. Market risk relate market risk takes the form of, which one is not correct? Commodity price risk, interest rate risk, loan default risk, liquidity risk. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is C. Loan default risk. Let's move to question number 10. A demand draft is purchased by P after 5 days. P comes to the bank and requests the bank to stop the payment as the DD is reported to have lost in transit. So now let's see what is the correct answer in this situation. Our first option is the issuing branch will immediately instruct the drawee branch to stop payment of DD. The issuing branch will first verify the non-payment and then give the instruction for stop payment. The payment of DD cannot be stopped, hence request of P will not be entertained. And D, if it is common request from pay and drawee branch, it will be done. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is C. The payment of DD cannot be stopped. Hence, the request of P will not be entertained. So let's move to next question. Question number 11. Which among the following is the objective of the issuing KYC guidelines by RBI? So our options are: check fraudulent activity of the borrowers, check money laundering activities, avoid undesirable customer to enter the banking system, and D, A and B, and E, B and C. So let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is E, B and C. B and C is the correct answer. Let's move to next question. Question number 12. In which of the following situations different partners of the combination remain separate entities? So our options are alliance, amalgamation, consolidation, and merger. So let's see what is the correct answer. And correct answer is alliance. In alliance, the different partner of the combination remains separate. In alliance, like one company is there, it is getting, it is making itself partnership with other, but they both will remain as a separate entity. But in the case of amalgamation, the two entities are merged into one, and in consolidation and merger also same thing happens. Okay, let's move to next question. Question number 13. What is the objective of securitization of financial asset? So let's see what is the correct, what are the options. To enable the bank in speedy recovery of bad loans, to sell the securities without intervention of the court only if loan goes bad, to acquire assets and then sell the same at profit, and D, recycling of funds. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is recycling of fund is the objective of securitization of financial assets. Let's move to question number 14. Question number 14 is the function of purchase of receivables, maintenance of receivable ledgers, and collection of dues on due date under factoring becomes the function of dash. First is seller, factor, buyer, and the D option is A and C. So let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is B, factor. It is the function of factor. Let's move to question number 15. In addition to the normal services as defined in the Banking Regulation Act, banks also undertake activities like project appraisal, underwriting of issue, technical know-how, etc. This business is called. So what this business is called? So our options are consultancy services, bank assurance, merchant banking, advisory services, non-fund credit business. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is C, merchant banking. So these activities project appraisal, underwriting of issue, technical know-how, they all come under the merchant banking. Let's move to next question. Question number 16. A e-commerce transaction refers to the exchange of information by way of dash for selling and buying between the customer and the seller. Your options are credit card, debit card, paperless instruction, all the above. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is C, paperless instructions. Let's move to next question. Question number 17. Question number 17 is what is the land holding for farmers to be considered as marginal farmer? So our options are having no land, up to 1 hectare land, up to 2 hectare land, more than 1 hectare, and up to 2 hectares. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is B, up to 1 hectare. So let's move to question number 18. Two companies are merged. One of these is supplier of goods to the other. This merger is known as. Our options are horizontal merger, vertical merger, conglomerate merger, concentric merger. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is B, vertical merger is the correct answer. So let's move to question number 19. Under Tandon Committee, second method of lending, the working capital margin such that net working capital should be, our options are 25% of project sale, 25% of current assets, 25% of the bank's limits, 25% of the long-term sources. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is B, 25% of the current assets. Let's move to last question of the day, question number 20. Which of the following is not a source of working capital for a manufacturing firm? Our options are sundry creditor, unsecured advances, bank term loan, bank overdraft. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is C, bank term loan. That is not a source of working capital for a manufacturing firm, because bank term loan is taken for asset, for making asset it is taken, so it is not a working capital source. Okay, let's, so this is the set of 20 questions, friends. So I hope so you are benefited from these questions. So friends, thanks for watching. Please like the video if you are benefited from this video, and share this video with your friend who are preparing for the GIB exam, and subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Have a nice day.